Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is JJ and today I have a mini reading. As you guys know and I've been saying in my past videos, it is summertime where I live, so my kids are in vacation. I have family over, so I won't be uploading my regular time. I'm trying to upload 2 to 3 times a week. I think this week this will be my third. I will try to upload again on Sunday. I want to take a moment and thank everybody that liked, shared, and commented on my videos. I really love that. I have a surprise for Sunday, the video of Sunday, so stay tuned for that. And today I'm going to do a reading of what it is that we need to surrender. I got these two new decks. I have the Oracle of the E, which is this one, and then the bottom one, it's the Power of Surrender cards. So I just wanted to do this reading of what do we need to let go of. So I want you to maybe think of a problem that you are dealing with, that you are not finding any solutions to, and focus on that problem and see what guidance comes through. I have 3 options like always. 3 is my favorite number. I really love that number. That's why I work in 3s. Let's see what else. And the Oracle of E in this case will be kind of like a little advice or a little nudge or hooray from source, from God, your angels, your spirit guides, however you wish to call them. So pick your card, and like always, I leave everything down in the description box below. The timestamps, the decks that I use, personal email for personal readings. Remember, these are general. Take everything with a grain of salt. But I feel that we're gonna be able to connect with at least one or more of these numbers, because we always have something that we need to surrender, and we can apply this in any aspect of our life. So when you are ready, just go down in the description box and look at the timestamps, and you can fast forward. So let's get started. For option 1, we have, what do we need to surrender? Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. That is a beautiful reminder, and I think we can all relate, especially people with option who pick this. People in option 1 is maybe there is a lot of fear around you about how a situation is going to unfold for you, how something is going to be solved, or what's going to happen in a relationship. Being in a fear mode would only attract more of that, whatever it is you're fearing, to manifest in your life. So I want you to remind yourself that you are in control of your thoughts, and that you don't have to be in this fear mode. That there's always divine guidance, there's always assistance there for you to help you. And celebrate every baby step forward, definitely. Sometimes, we think that we need to make this huge leap in a situation, when in fact just taking baby steps, slow and steady wins the race, right? That's kind of what I'm hearing right now. So just let go of fear. Do not get caught up in it. I'm seeing the 8 of Swords in the tarot, which is basically fear. It's a lie. We get caught up in it and we're not able to move forward because of that. And everybody can relate to this. I can relate to this, especially right now, what I'm going through. We get so caught up, and we tell ourselves fearful stories, and we believe them. That's the worst part, and that's what doesn't allow us to move forward. So I want you to kind of take a look and make a list, I'm hearing for some of you, of the fears, and I want you to look at them and really think about them and be like, okay, is this reasonable or not? And always remember that there is spirit that's always helping you. And stay in the moment. So stay in the now. Do not worry about, because there's a lot of fear about the future. And I'm hearing for some of you, something, you don't know how it's going to unfold. Just leave it in the hands of spirit, I'm hearing. Don't worry too much about the future. Worry about right now. What can you do right now? What can you do that brings you happiness at this time? What can you do to remind yourself that fear is just stopping you? It's the Eight of Swords. You can untangle yourself at any time and walk through the swords. Because I see some of you are really struggling. This person is struggling. This person looks like he's fighting, he's struggling. I'm hearing you're making the situation worse than it is. Now I'm getting the Nine of Swords image of the tarot. So this is just in your head. You're making things bigger than what they are. Do you have to make the struggle? Is a struggle worth? How do I put this? Is the struggle worth the fight? Like, do you really need the struggle? Do you really need to create these extra fearful ideas and thoughts and stories in your head? Are those really necessary? Spirit is telling you no, you can let them go. And kind of your advice is the hotline, number 12. That's one of my favorite numbers. Number 12, the hotline card here, it's all about knowing that basically you have a hotline to Spirit. You can always reach to them. You can always call them. You can always ask for their assistance, and they'll be there ready to help you in anything that you need. And letting go of this fear or these thoughts, these fearful thoughts. Also, the hotline card is also about you knowing. Spirit wants to remind you that you don't have to do things yourself. You're not a one-man or one-woman island. You have to know that there are also unforeseen events and forces that are working on your behalf. They're putting things together for you. And whenever you fall into this fear mode, go back. Remember, there is a personal hotline just for you to contact your angels, your spirit guides, God. Just make that call. And they'll give you what you need. All you need to do is ask. So I hope you guys found some guidance. These readings are going to be short, but I hope you guys found some guidance. And now to option 2. So for option 2, we have surrender stubbornness. Okay, some of you are being stubborn. You want it your way or the highway. If it's not your way, then you don't want it anymore. If you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with others and yourself. So some of you are having difficulty communicating with other people, your point of view or how you want things done. Make sure you're not, like the card says, you're not being too rigid. I'm hearing some of you also are holding on to an outcome that you wanted in a certain way. And I say this all the time. We want something, but we want it wrapped in the way that we want it, or else we underestimate its value. And this card is reminding you to let go of that, to not be so stubborn. Don't be so rigid in how you want things to turn out, or how you communicate, or how you want basically it's your rules. You have to be a little bit more flexible and communicate more lovingly with others, it says here, and with yourself as well. Maybe there are stubborn ideas or beliefs that you need to let go of. Because I feel like by you being like this stubborn, it's either, for some of you, it's either black or white. It's good or bad. You need to let go of that rigid thinking. I feel like being like this is isolating you. I feel like this person feels like they know it. They know the answer, and they just won't hear nobody else's opinion. Be careful you're not butting heads with other people. If someone approaches you and doesn't agree with your point of view, Just, respectfully tell them, this is what I believe because of this, but you do not have to belittle anybody else. Or for some of you, even cut communication with another person just because they think differently than you. And like I said, let go of this idea of things being black or white, good or bad, all in or all out. And your spirit guide guidance is sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows everywhere. Isn't that beautiful? And this card is talking about that this is just a reminder that you have every reason to hop, to leap, to sing and dance. You have everything. Stay optimistic about whatever this problem is or whatever this situation is. I'm hearing optimism is your only choice at this time. Even if you feel like things are not going the way you wanted them, even if things are not going according to your plan, let go of this rigid stance. See the positive side. Be optimistic about this. I'm hearing everything else is just an illusion. I hope you found some guidance. And now to option 3. For option 3, we have surrender defensiveness. Wow, the other one is stubborn. This one is defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Okay, so some of you maybe get very defensive when somebody or your partner tries to communicate something with you. I'm hearing for someone, when your partner communicates something about your children, I feel like someone is married to someone that they don't have children in common. And I feel like when your partner tells you something about your children, you automatically go into defensive mode. That was very specific, so I do not think this is for everyone. But, listen to that person. See what they're trying to tell you. Don't just put your barriers up. Because then that just shuts communication. If you go in a defensive mode, the other person goes on a defensive mode as well. And it does. It's a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you can't defend yourself, or for some of you, it's not a sign of weakness. It's more a sign of hurt, of not wanting to communicate, not wanting to open your heart to that other person. Hear someone out is standing out to me a lot. So some of you need to hear somebody out. Maybe this involves a situation where someone approached you and you automatically went into a defensive mode. You shut them out. I feel like someone might come back, or this person is waiting for you to communicate with them. But Spirit is telling you, you have to stop being defensive. This person is not trying to attack you. I'm hearing some of you need to practice communicating in a non-aggressive way. Don't act the victim either. Accept your responsibility and see things how they are, for what they are. And if you have to apologize, apologize. Be like, you know what? I was being defensive and I'm sorry, but I am willing to listen to you. You might be surprised that you misunderstood the situation. And your spirit message is solar powered. It's beautiful. A lot of sun here as well. So this card here is talking about the sun finally appearing for you. And we can see it in this card. The sun is rising behind her. I feel like if you stop getting into this defensive mode and just turn around, you will see that the sun is rising. Also, stop being so defensive with spirit, I'm hearing. So this card is talking about things are being there's a light shining in a certain situation at this time. And we can see the light here. I'm hearing there's a clear light that's shining on you and on this problem. I'm hearing that also if this is not about being defensiveness or anything like that, I am hearing that for some of you, the situation is unfolding easy and smooth. It's a smooth road ahead. You don't need to get defensive. Probably things didn't work out for you in the past, and that's why you're very protective and defensive, because you're like, what if the worst happens? It happened before. What assures me that it won't happen again? But Spirit is telling you the sun is coming out. Everything is unfolding the way it should and smooth. It's a smooth road ahead. You can bask on this light. And the light is shining on everything that you need to know now. So that is beautiful. Some of you need to put your guard down though. So that is all that I have for you guys. Sorry this was a really short reading, but like I said, it's summer, so I have to work with the schedule that I have. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys on Sunday, and have a good rest of the week. Bye.